how are ya? Tonight I'm on a new idea, but it's been something that's been poking at in my mind for a little while, and recently inspired by other people's. So let's jump in. Hi. So tonight's quest is something different. I'm going scrappy file folder like things. It's not a full form thought. It's just something that at work I'm like, you know what? I want decorated folders or something. But I'm going to use my own materials because that's, to be nicey. And I have a bit of an idea. So I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm still going to try it. I made a quick list of what I kind of want to accomplish, but however, so I'll just work on what I can and do part of one and see how time consuming, good, bad, I don't know. I can always use it here. So I got my score blade. I always keep it separate because first of all it falls off and Buddy's actually chewed the crap out of this. I have replacement blades, but I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep them the way they are somewhere else. So I'm just gonna stick this in the slot off camera slightly, okay. And then I'm gonna score, so this is 8.5 inches. So, or no, 11. My brain's all sore. So with it being 11 inches, I'm gonna score at 5 inch on either side. This might be good, this might be bad. I have no idea. I might have to score that some more because that was not tight enough. Let me drop it down. There we go. So that's scored, and I'm going to do the flip side, same thing at 5 inches. That way, with this being a partial file folder, I can always have bundles of stuff in it. And then, I think, at 5.5 inches, I'm going to score it again. That way, I've got flexibility for this piece. So there's 3 score lines. You can't really see them, but that's okay. I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to put my little blade away because I can't give it to Buddy. Because the blade itself's still good. It's just the housing is, beat up to crap. So there we go. So let's put that aside. Oh, I got like sticky stuff everywhere. Okay. This is leftover from an event. I try to use them here if I can because they're still mostly good. I'm going to bring in the bone folder. I'm going to finish these fold lines. So there's one. And I'm just using, scrap cardstock, so nothing fancy. Let's do the other one. It might snap it, but that's okay. And then I want to get that middle one. If it'll let me. If not, I'll have to rescore it. It's there. There we go. Because I'm just going for like a partial folder. I have in my notes, I wrote it down earlier, but I'm not showing you guys because I had to write it in code in case I show it on video. That way I don't give out, well, where am I working these days? Because no, that's still a secret. So there we go. That way I've got 3 folds. So if I need to expand and change around the style, I can. All right, so then we're going to get scrappy. So I'm going to do not up to the fold line and then down kind of thing. And I want to do both sides. So I don't know if I'm going to do it all tonight, but we'll see. I also got some extra seal because I'm going to need it because this one's almost done. So then, got to pull out some papers. Also, I need my organizers. I don't really need them. I'll just do them on the table. Alright, so I'm just going to grab a handful of papers and see what we're working with. Because some of these are already been pre-cut, which is super handy. And as usual, I start with 6. That's been my style. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there we go. There's my 6 to start. And I just keep going. So it's super time consuming to do scrappy, but I freaking love it. Alright, so then bring in my adhesive. And gonna put a whole bunch of, because I'm gonna go across, but still, I need to put a whole bunch of lines of adhesive. Of course, it's not wanting to cooperate for me. Alright, let me flip the other way. See if I can get the last little bits of this to go. And then just make the best I can. Alright, so then, I'll start this way. A little easier for me here. So then, yeah, just start laying them down, actually. Because I've scored it, which is handy. Already, just start that way. I know it looks weird. This whole idea is a little funky. But I think it's gonna be pretty darn cool. So I'll have to see how far I get tonight with doing Scrappy. And yeah, my adhesive is more or less run out now, but that's okay. That's why I've got the other one here. Alright, I'm gonna need another piece to go with this whole collection. There we go. So this is going to be weird, different, might not work, but that's okay. Eesh. Yeah, this adhesive is more or less just about done. And if this concept works, I might very well use this for other projects too. Come up with my own, file folder concept or something. Yeah, alright, this refill is technically consumed. Alright, I gotta swap it out. So yeah, that's the downside of starting a project. So the swap out's pretty easy. This pulls apart relatively good. And if I had more time, which I don't, I would actually clean this, but I'm not doing it tonight. All in here on the other one, the light blue version, the regular stamp and seal, does get all gummy up. But this one's actually not too bad. Some are better than others, but yeah, that's definitely a recommendation when you're dealing with sealed refills. Especially the messier they are, is yes, please go in and do a refresh, do a cleanse if need be. It'll work a lot better. So there we go. And then good to go. I got a song stuck in my head for like a day or two now. Like, I saw the sign. Da, 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 da. I don't know the rest of it, but it's like, damn it, I gotta get it out of my head. Alright, so then, yeah, I'm just gonna continue on doing Scrappy. And my plan eventually is add labels later, but that's more of a work thing. So I can print off what the phrases are and what they're supposed to represent. That's going on these things. But not yet. Alright, so that's progress. I want a splash of color at work, Just a good way to decorate. Alright, so then I grab some new pieces of paper. Yeah, I know I'm still using these scissors because I'm quirky that way. So I need to pull out another 6 pieces, but I'm also working with what's here. So I definitely have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so I gotta do some cutting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, at least I know where I'm at. I just like how it makes every single one of anything I do Scrappy totally unique. That's my interest right there. Alrighty. Even as far as these pieces I get to use up if I can, which I think is pretty cool. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for that piece, because the rest of it's hard to salvage. But let me do a slice and see if I can. Yeah, no, it's pretty much done. Okay. I try to draw a line somewhere. Alright, so yeah, this project tonight, it's going to take a really long time. So feel free to, you know, go do stuff. You know me, once I get scrappy, I'm at it for a while. And I get OCD at it too, in a way. Yeah, I know I'm weird, but I like it. I will admit, it does use up a lot more adhesive than what I'm used to. So it is a bit of a hindrance doing this kind of thing, but I still love it. I just like having some bit of like personality kind of thing happening with my pieces. And if this works, I might do more of stuff like this. But we'll see. We shall see. Well, this adhesive, sometimes the new refills are a bit of a pain in the butt. Only sometimes. I think also my quest for working on this tonight is I just want to do something relaxing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just want to work on something relaxing, you know? Work is busy, got stuff going on. I just want to chill. Feeling a little bit of burnout lately. My energy's kind of down, so it's good to just take a break and do something I love and see where it takes me. And again, it's a great way of using up scraps to make it my own. Oh. Yeah, too much to do, not enough time. Alright, so back to this, and just keep going and going and going. So how's your night, everyone? How are you guys doing? Good, bad, exciting, good stuff going? It's a little bit burr here again. It's like, why? Why is it gotta be so cold? I don't know. So yeah, I could be here for a while, guys. Just letting you know. Fair warning. Doing scrappy. Alright, so it's already looking kind of cool. Just, you know, neat little pattern. Nothing fancy. And let's grab some more pieces. I've got a green, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will need a... There we go. There's our pieces. I'm just going to grab another handful here. Kind of get prepped to do more. I got some empty baggies, which is not a bad thing, because I'm definitely going to be using the whole whack of these tonight. So I might as well pull them all out. Because some of these do match what's already on the table, so that works too. Alright, so I got the bag more or less empty, and I got a lot more scraps than this. This is nothing compared to the rest of it. Just this at the time was like, good enough. Try to work out some of these things. Alright, and continue on all scrappy mode. So speaking of scrappy, Scrap Fest is this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. And usually the Scrap Fest, at least in the past I went, although I didn't go last year. They have like a lot of make and take stuff, like a fair bit there, so that's always really fun to do. Yeah, I know I'm pretty quiet tonight. Just tired. Just always stuff going on. Good stuff, though. Got to meet my boss's boss today, so that was quite nice. And then they brought like donuts and stuff and drinks for everyone. Like, what was cool. So I had a Diet Coke. Which I had to kind of laugh. It's like, is that his like passive hint of I should not drink regular Coca-Cola? Yeah, that's all good. So this is coming along quite nice. So I'm liking the looks of these folders. So they're happy kitty indeed. So I gotta chop up some more just based on what the layout is I'm staring at. And then just keep going and going. So yeah, Scrappy is tedious. Why do I do it? I don't know. It's like a bit of an OCD. I gotta use every little bit possible. Maybe to severe extremes. I need to work on that. But no, for me, it's just, I don't know. It just suits me. It's become me. I find it relaxing. And I guess in a slightly OCD-ish way that I can work on, try to use up supplies and stretch materials if I can, which I think is pretty cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I need a 6. There's a 6 right there. But definitely this version of Scrappy, where I'm using really small scrappy pieces, is super time consuming. But I'm getting there. Helps if I'm more organized. If I have these pieces more sorted ahead of time. That's something I'm trying to slowly, not quite gear towards, but there's interest to go towards that. But also try to keep up on the amount of scrappies I'm adding to the pile too. That at times super grows, so that's where I've been trying to kick my butt into more. No, like if I got pieces to add to Scrappy, just make something with it. That way it gets used up somehow before it just becomes like this monster pile of scrappy, as it is in this case. But yay, almost got this done. Just one more row and I'm there. And then do it all over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a 6. So I like this a lot. I really do. I know I always say that like every time I do scrappy. It's become me. Alrighty. And back at it. It's okay if the pieces are imperfect. That I'm totally cool with. I guess I didn't really need to stack too much more, but we got more to do, so that's okay. Because there's still the back side to get to, so that way I can do it all over again. And I have set out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got like 5 versions of these I want to do, just not all tonight. Because that might be a little much to get to. So I'm just going to start again. I'm in the groove. Might as well get one done. That way I can take it to work tomorrow and see, does this concept work? Or do I need to rethink the plan and do something else? I mean, I could take like regular file folders and do this, but the surface of regular file folders is a lot large compared to this is a lot smaller. And I want to be able to see what's in it without it totally covered. So, I don't know. It's different. Ooh. And hey, if I'm ever like off camera, like let me know, because I don't actually go back and watch these. I probably should sometimes get an idea of what works and what doesn't. But no, I do appreciate feedback if things are too wonky, if the visual sucks, especially since my little hub thing is always giving me grief. So that's definitely a factor that I gotta work around. Alright, another section started. Just gonna trim that. Toss that little bit out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Helps if I have pieces pre-cut too. Makes it a lot easier. I normally don't have pieces pre-cut. It's just in this case, a good chunk of these are. So I'm like, yay, it makes it easier. Yeah, I've been also having some brainstorms lately on projects and stuff. Oh, and then I think tomorrow one of my Stampin' Up! Orders is coming. That's awesome. That's always a fun thing. And I have another one coming on Monday, actually. That's part of the ambassador committee thing I'm doing for our team. So that one will have a product in it that I'm supposed to find a way to craft with it 4 times. So obviously whatever I'm going to work on, I'll definitely show you guys here. And I do plan to, whatever the videos I do for the team, I'll have a copy of them over on the YouTube because I think that'll be good to show off you know, what I'm up to, what I'm working on. See if it helps inspire anybody. Because there might be something good to it. It also depends what I come up with too. I have a couple of ideas. If it's the product I said I wanted from the list at the time, I'm actually really looking forward to it. So I'm hoping it is that, because there was some definite good possibilities in it that I can work with. So I'm just trimming. That way I can keep going here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we need a 6 again. All right, there's a little teeny tiny piece of something. I'll work with it. Yeah, using like really small scraps makes this definitely challenging to do. But it's me. Ooh. Definitely putting a good dent into this paper too, which is good. Need to. I mean, I could technically do something with this paper. I could donate it, or I could, I don't know, confetti it or something. I don't know. There's ways I could craft with it, but this is my happy place. And I've pretty much killed off most of the stuff that was on the table too. Not bad. Alright, so then start again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But this is a lot easier when you use larger strips. But no, I'm stubborn. I have to make it complicated. One time I wrapped a box doing this technique. And the person I gave it to, she was, impressed with, like, yeah, that took determination. I'm like, yeah, I know. It was fun, though, like, to try it out, but yeah. Although, not sure how that, not because of me or anything, but future relations with that person's not good right now. Oh, well. But from a creator to a creator, she could definitely see the, the fun I had with it. Alright, so then another round done of the 6. I could use more colors, but I just like the 6 of rotation. I don't know why 6 works for me. I've done 5, but I didn't like it. So it's 6 for me. 1, 2. Now I got like a partial here, but that's not going to work. 3. Still 3. 4. 5. It's double-sided, but it's only going to count as 5. And then 6. Slim pickings. It's all good, though. How are we doing for time? Half-hour mark. Not bad. Not horrible. I've done worse for timing. That's assuming I stop myself when I'm done this version, hopefully. That's ideal. Knowing me, I'll probably keep going for a while. Probably do a second one. Although I want more than that. I don't know. We'll see my mood in a little while. But not all on video, though. I'll guarantee that. So I do plan these videos to be shorter, but I end up being on longer anyway. I just get into crafting. Depends on my mood, because now I'm perking up for the night. Go figure. I'm tired earlier, but now I'm starting to get, that second wind of the day, or third, fourth, whichever, depending on how busy you are in life. Just doing my count, making sure I know where I'm at. And more scrappy. I hope this works, this concept, but we'll see. So I know when I started doing scrappy overall, and then when I decided this is going to become a part of me, it's like, I'm hooked on this idea. Maybe a little too much. Bigger, hey. I told myself I wanted to make a signature concept. Well, here we are. It's a signature concept now. So 2. Just pulling off some pieces because I got things a little bit scattered at some point. Alright, I gotta cut this green. That'd be nice to kind of break up some of the color scheme a little. Because, yeah, I kept a lot of these before I pitched them out. I'm just going to trim the bottom because I'll just make it easier. And I just do the other side. And that will be enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. And 6. And you know what? Almost there, actually. Not bad. Making good progress. Alright, and then just a little more. Not bad. That was a good strip suddenly. A poof of color. I mean, I like the random sizes personally. So 1, 2, 3. I won't need that many pieces, but I'm still going to set out anyway because it's OCD-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 6. Alright. Last strip, and then I'm definitely calling the night, at least for the video portion. I might keep crafting. I might not. I don't know. We'll see. So I also anticipate these things are probably going to get beat up anyway, so I'm fine. Even though I put so much effort into it, I'm still okay with if they get a little bit banged up in the office. Or offices, because I have more than one actually. But now that I'm getting a lot more settled in my role, it's like, yeah, it's time to personalize a little more. Make it more home for me. And there we go. There we go. So here is my fancy dancy file folder. So how this works is, I found some pieces here. I'll show you my piece of paper that I got going on here as I'm trying to clean up my mess here. So here's a piece of paper. So my idea is this kind of thing. That way, it's just something to hold it. That way I've got 1/2 inch, 1 inch, no inch, you know, just as a great way of, you know, decorate. I can decorate this some more. I can put a phrase on here or the title, what this is supposed to be. But this is the quest. And this is scrap paper, by the way. But that way, just something to, it goes in the organizer, I can pull it out. It's like a half folder kind of thing. So I like the idea of it. I'll have to see if this is something that's just the me only, or is this something that's going to be super useful the craft further to sell off. I don't know. So any thoughts? Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. And I'm going to jet. So bye everyone. See you soon.